Awesome. Hi guys, I'm Brax Roberts, and today I'll be talking about the impact social media has on teens. Social media is a very big thing in our generation. We use it a lot. It used to not be anything, but now it's such a big thing in our life. It pretty much is what our life rotates around. Did you give me control? Okay, there you go, sorry. Social media today. There are hundreds of social media sites, just to name a few. You got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, there's tons of them. There's also hundreds of these other countries have some that we don't even know about. Over half the world does use social media sites. Actually, 4.2 billion countries or people use social media. The world only has about 7 billion people, so that's more than half the people use some sort of social media in this world, which is pretty incredible to me. There are very many types of social media. They range from pictures to info, but you also have things like gossip and things like that that are all different. What I put on there is you can definitely tell about somebody's life by just looking at their social media page, which I think is actually kind of sad but scary. I can look at somebody's social media page and say where they go to school, what their life rotates around, who their friends are, everything. That's why there's so many scams and hackers today, because they can get on social media and just look at your page and they know half about your life, which is very scary, but yeah. Social media is good, but there are also some very bad things, which I was just talking about. Here's just a simple thing. There are 1.15 billion users with Facebook. You got 130 million users with Instagram, 70 million with Pinterest, and 500 million with Twitter. And that's just a rough count. There's of course more now, but that was about a year ago when I took Instagram. Social media is a good thing. First, it gets friends together. Some people don't have a phone, so they use messaging. You don't have Messenger on your phone. People use social media to connect. Say, hey, because there used to be things when I have a phone on Facebook, you can be like, hey, you want to meet today? Or you can plan a party and send invitations on Facebook. That's just one thing. You also got old friends meet up. She was saying how she has some friends up north that she can still talk to, and they all share pictures and stuff over Facebook and stuff. So that's another beneficial thing. You get news faster. There's a fun fact. Social media network sites are the top news source for 28% of Americans, ranking only below newspapers by about 1%, and above radio and above print publications. So pretty much I know when I go on Facebook, I see something on Facebook before I check the news or before I watch the news. I can tell if something big happened on sports or the world before I even look on the TV because I've already seen it on Instagram or Twitter. Twitter's really bad about that because as soon as something happens, it's on Twitter. So that's just one thing. Then ideas, of course, you have many ideas. I think of awesome things like I follow those like dream houses on Twitter and stuff. There's so many things like ideas and stuff. Pinterest, I see you guys get on Pinterest. There's so many like ideas, clothing ideas, food ideas that you can see on that it sparks ideas in people's lives. But there are many bad things in social media though. Grades suffer. Students who use social media have average GPA at 3.6. But people who don't use social media have an average GPA of 3.82, which is a huge gap. And I can just tell by the way, since social media came out, I've been on it a lot more this year than past years. I can tell my grades have suffered a little bit more this year than last year, which my mom doesn't like. I just told her, I said, it's a true fact. I told them that fact the other night, and it's very true. Of course, you have bullying online. 49.5% of students are reported being victims of bullying online, which is actually very sad. It's very time consuming. 40% of 8 to 18-year-olds spend 54 minutes a day on social media. That just adds up. Flipping it open for a minute and checking while you're in school, it adds up. Bad things that could come, you have stress, you're bullying like that. People also have committed suicide by being just stressed out about things in social media, which is also very disturbing to hear. And then also false information. Social media enables the spread of false information. 49% of people have heard false news on social media, which is also incredible. So one of the big questions is, what I'm taking from this is there are way more negatives than positives. I honestly believe there are way more negatives to social media than positives. I do love it. I do have it. I believe there's a lot more negative things that come from social media than positives. Like I put it right there, was our society better before social media? And I believe, from what I hear about parents and stuff, I think our society was a lot more stress-free, worry-less before social media. It's just added another thing to our life, which crams everything up and makes people go crazy. And I honestly believe our lives were better 20 years ago before all the social media stuff started happening. Just some fun facts I'm going to run through quickly. The male versus female ratio on social media. You have 60 female, 40 male for Facebook. Twitter is 60 female, 40 male. And Pinterest, of course, is about 80 female and 20 male. Here's a fun fact: mothers with children under the age of 5 are the most active on social media. If you have a child under 5, more than 8 teenagers, women from the age that have kids under the age of 5 are the most active on social media. And then there are also 684,000 pieces of content shared on Facebook, 3,600 new photos on Instagram, and 2,000 check-ins on Foursquare each minute of every day. So my last question is, so what's the big question? How much of your time life rotates around social media? It's just a reality check coming saying, how much does your life? And it's actually giving me a reality check just through this presentation because I feel like I'm on it a lot more than I should be. That's pretty much it. Thank you all for listening.